it's chaffle time. So I finally decided I'm going to give it a try. The chaffle. All I hear about is chaffles. That it's great bread. So what I'm starting with is 1 egg. Okay. Also, I don't have the dash, trendy waffle maker. I have this guy. I've had him since forever. So I'm going to do this. It's, I've got it preheated. It has 4 sections in it. So I'm just going to fill 2 of them up because this recipe makes 2 of these chaffles. So I put a little bit of oil in it just so it wouldn't stick. I've never made them before, so we'll see what happens. 1 egg. Beat it first before you put the cheese in. It's hard to beat an egg once you put cheese in. So beat it really well. Beat it. Beat it good. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to do plain straight up chaffle. I'm not going to do any kind of fancy veggies in there or spices. So I'm just going to do a pinch of salt. Just pinch. And then I read somewhere that they put a little bit of baking powder in the original recipe. They do, I think, a 1/4 teaspoon. I just want to start with a little bit. So I'm just pinching a little in there. So there's that. I'm going to beat that up. You don't want a chunk of baking powder in your mouth. It doesn't taste good. So make sure you get that beaten up into the egg. And then it calls for, the recipe calls for half a cup of cheese. So little thing about cheese, okay? So if you press down, your half a cup could be a lot more cheese than my half a cup. So I measure it. So I measure out 1 ounce. And I don't buy the prepackaged cheddar for this kind of thing. I do, Tillamook happens to be one of my favorite kinds of cheese. This is sharp cheddar. I grated it myself because shredded cheese has an anti-caking agent in it, just so that it doesn't reform in the bag. So you're gonna get just meltier cheese if you shred it yourself. So look, this is what it looks like. It looks like a bowl of wet, gooey cheese right now. So I'm going to bring my waffle maker closer so you can see. And then I need a spatula. Pardon me 1 moment. Yeah, there we go. So it's funny, people that really know my weird habits, I don't put anything with wood in the dishwasher because it makes the wood break down. I also always want my spatula and my wood separate because it gets gross in there. You don't want to just leave it in there all the time. And then, so anyway, just a little pro tip. Anyway, so they're always apart in my drawer and people are like, that's so weird. Okay. So I'm going to show you. So this has, it's really hot. It has 4 squares in mine. I'm just going to fill up these first 2 and see what happens. So we're doing this together. I've never done it before. So good times. Hopefully it's not like a big mess and it comes out super yummy. So I'm just going to pour half of it in this one. It's kind of hard to say what is half an egg and half the cheese. Maybe I should have, I don't know. So I'm smoothing it around. You got to work pretty fast because this is egg. Is gonna, don't go in there. That looks interesting. So I'm gonna try to fill up all these little squares in this first half of the waffle maker. And then what I read is to leave it baking for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Don't lift it or you'll pull it apart and have this big gross mess. So I'm gonna set my timer. Be right back. Hold on. Timer. Okay, so timer set for 4 minutes. I'm not going to make you sit here and wait for 4 minutes. I'll be back with you in 4. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes. Let me get out a fork. Fingers crossed that it's not stuck. Oh my gosh, that's awesome! Look at these! Look at that! I love it! I'm so excited to try them. Okay, so the other thing that I read about chaffles is, let me unplug this, is you want to let it set a few minutes and it gets crispier as it sets, which makes sense because it's cheese, and cheese is going to get, as it cools off, it's going to get crunchier. So I am super happy about these chaffles. They're very warm. Try them. I think it's going to be awesome. So I got to decide what to put on my chaffle. Maybe a hot dog. I don't know. See you guys later. Okay, so I decided what to do with my chaffle. I took a little bite of it, and I have to say, people say, is it eggy? It's a little bit eggy, but it's okay. It's not to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm eating eggs. But I think it's going to be delicious with the things that I'm going to put on it. So next time I make chaffles, I'm going to put bacon bits in it. I think that would be really delicious, but instead, I wanted a piece of bacon, but I didn't have any bacon, so I just put a few bacon bits on top of one side. And then I have these beautiful greens on the other. So I'm just going to make a sandwich. I did a chicken cutlet. I just seasoned it lightly. Here it is. And if you guys need pans, these are Gotham style pans. This will wipe up in a second, and it doesn't stick. You saw me just pull it right out. So this is a chicken breast that I just seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic. And I'm going to put that on the one side of the chaffle. And then I have the greens on the other side. I'm going to put, I think, some guacamole. And I'll spread that on. And then some tomato. It's almost like a BLT, right? Got some bacon on there. I got some yummy greens and some delicious fresh ripe tomato. And then that guacamole. Okay. So I'm going to make it into a beautiful sandwich. And here is my truffle. That is a big truffle. So, bon appetit. I don't think this will be my last truffle. I'm very excited. Okay, I'll let y'all know what I think about it.